Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting coin discoveries of the last few decades, the 1998 P. Washington Quarter. You may have one sitting in your pocket change right now. And trust me, that coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about the 1998 P. Quarter? It seems like just another coin from the late 90s. But hang on, because this coin has something special about it, and it's all about its unique, rare error. If you've got one of these quarters in your collection, you could be holding on to a piece of American coin history that's worth up to $1.8 million. First, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable. The 1998 P. Washington Quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P mark on the front of the coin. Typically, these quarters are worth only 25 cents, right? But here's where things get interesting. In 1998, there was a significant error in the way some of the coins were struck. A small number of 1998 P. Washington quarters were struck with an unusual error, causing the P mint mark to be misaligned or even absent in some cases. It was a rare mistake, but for collectors, this is the type of thing that turns a regular coin into a holy grail find. Now, this is the coin that can go for huge amounts in the market. Coins like this are extremely rare, and because collectors love error coins, the value can skyrocket. Some of the 1998 P. Washington quarters have been sold for more than $1.8 million at auction. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable error coins? Well, here are a few things to look out for when you check your 1998 P. Washington quarters. Check for the P on the front of the coin. In some rare cases, it might be missing or even misaligned. A mint mark error can add tremendous value. Like with any collectible, the condition matters. The better the coin's condition, the higher its value. Coins in mint or near mint condition are the most valuable. Sometimes, there are additional errors like double strikes or off-center prints. These errors also make a coin much more valuable. And here's a pro tip. If you find that you have one of these coins in your collection or in your change, make sure to preserve it properly. Do not clean it. Cleaning your coins can reduce their value. If you have a potential error coin, it's best to let a professional evaluate it. You might be asking yourself, what should I do if I think I have one of these rare error coins? Well, there are a couple of ways you can go about it. First, consider taking your coin to a certified coin appraiser. They can authenticate it and give you an idea of what it's worth. If you're really lucky, you might have a coin that's worth thousands or even millions. Another option is to auction the coin. Some collectors love error coins, and auction houses often specialize in selling rare finds to the highest bidder. If you think you have a real treasure on your hands, you might want to get it listed at a reputable auction house that specializes in rare coins. Now, let's talk about the market. With the demand for rare coins constantly growing, there's never been a better time to sell your collection. Error coins, like the 1998 P. Washington Quarter, are highly sought after, and auction prices can be astonishing. But be warned, buyers are discerning. If you want to get the highest price for your rare coin, make sure it's in the best possible condition. Keep it stored carefully in a coin holder, and always have it professionally graded if possible. The more legitimate, the more valuable. Now, you might be wondering, what other coins could be worth a lot of money? Well, the world of rare coins is vast, and there are many other gems out there, from silver dollars to pennies, that could fetch you a pretty penny, pun intended. So, always be on the lookout for coins that might seem like ordinary change but are worth far more than their face value. Remember, it's all about being vigilant and doing a little homework. With a bit of luck and knowledge, that quarter you almost threw away could be worth a small fortune. So, get out there, check your pockets, and start hunting for those hidden treasures. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing tips on rare coins, collectibles, and all the ways you can turn your old treasures into real money. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today, we're talking about a very specific coin, the 1997 D. Washington Quarter. And yes, you heard that right. One rare version of this coin has sold for over $1.7 million. Stick around to learn why, and how to tell if you've got one. In 1997, before the famous 50-state quarters program even began, the U.S. Mint was still producing the standard Washington quarter design. That year, millions were minted, but only a small fraction have a unique error or variety that makes them worth a fortune today. Specifically, we're focusing on coins minted in Denver, marked with a little D under the date on the front. The 1997 D quarter. So, why would anyone pay over $1 million for a coin that originally cost just 25 cents? It comes down to minting errors, rarity, and collector demand. Here are the key factors that make this coin so valuable. Double die error. Some 1997 D quarters show doubling on the word liberty, and In God We Trust. Off-center strike coins where the design is shifted off-center, especially with a clear date and mint mark, can bring in thousands. High-grade condition. If your coin looks like it just came from the mint, called MS-67 or higher, it could be extremely valuable. Unique flaws. There are rumors and reports of a 1997 D quarter struck on a silver planchet or with a transitional error. That's the one that sold for $1.7 million in a private auction. These ultra-rare errors are practically one-of-a-kind, and collectors will pay top dollar to complete their collections. Here's what to do if you think you've got a valuable 1997 D quarter. Look for the D mint mark under the year. Inspect for doubling on the lettering, especially Liberty. Check for off-center strikes or unusual surfaces. Grade the condition. Uncirculated coins, no scratches, full detail, are worth much more. Weigh the coin. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, that's a clue. Still not sure? Don't worry, we'll show you how to get it evaluated. Even if your 1997 D quarter doesn't hit that $1.7 million jackpot, many rare versions are still worth $1,000 to $25,000. Depending on condition and rarity. Here's where you can sell. Moneybag Heritage Auctions, trusted by coin collectors for decades. MoneyBagGreatCollections.com specializes in rare coins. Moneybag eBay, for minor varieties. Just be sure to get your coin authenticated first. Moneybag Local Coin Shops, good for initial appraisals and quick cash. Before you sell, make sure you get your coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. These are the two most respected grading companies. Coins like this prove that everyday change can hide extraordinary value. That old coin jar in your closet might just hold a piece of American history and your next big payday. Magnifying glass tilted left. Go check your quarters, especially the 1997 D ones. Speech balloon. If you find something interesting, comment below or send me a message. I'd love to help you figure out what it's worth. Mobile phone with arrow. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share this with a friend who loves finding hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Today, we're talking about a coin that might be sitting in your drawer or old piggy bank right now. The 1995 D Washington quarter dollar. Could this little quarter really be worth $1.5 million today? Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this one. Let's start with the basics. The 1995 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark under the eagle on the back. Over 1.1 billion of these quarters were made. So what makes one of them worth a fortune? This coin features George Washington on the front and the classic eagle design on the back. It's made from copper and nickel, just like most modern quarters. But not all coins are created equal. Here's the million-dollar question, literally. Why would a 1995 D quarter be worth $1.5 million? Well, there are a few possible reasons. Minting errors. These are mistakes made at the US Mint. Think double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors. Perfect condition. If your coin is in mint state, we're talking MS-67 or higher, it can be extremely valuable. Extremely rare varieties. Some coins have rare, almost unique defects that collectors go crazy for. Recently, a 1995 D quarter was reportedly sold or valued at over $1.5 million due to an incredibly rare error combined with its pristine condition. That's the kind of payday we dream about. Now you're probably wondering, how do I check if I have a jackpot quarter? Face with monocle. Look under the eagle's tail. Do you see the D mint mark? Check for signs of doubling or strange details on the lettering. Flip it over. Are both sides perfectly centered? No nicks or scratches. Use a magnifier. The tiniest details can make all the difference. If it looks promising, don't clean it. That can destroy its value. Instead, store it safely and move to the next step. To know for sure, you'll need a professional appraisal. Submit your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Visit a trusted local coin dealer. Join online communities or Facebook groups for coin collectors. They're a goldmine of info. Having your quarter graded could turn it from 25 cents into 7 figures. These services will verify its rarity, condition, and market value. If your coin is truly valuable, selling it right is key. White Heavy Checkmark. Use a well-known auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. White Heavy Checkmark. Avoid eBay. Unless you really know what you're doing. White Heavy Checkmark. Always get multiple opinions and never rush a sale. And remember, when your coin is worth 6 or 7 figures, you're not just a seller, you're a negotiator. So, do you have the $1 million quarter? Check your change, check those old jars, and tell your parents to dig through their drawers. This 1995 D Washington quarter could be the hidden treasure you've been sitting on for decades. Hit that like button if you learned something new today, and don't forget to subscribe for more real money-making coin content. Money with wings. Today, we're diving into one of the most surprising coins out there, the 1994 D Washington quarter. That's right, a coin that could be sitting in your collection right now might be worth up to $1.4 million. No joke. Let's start with a little background. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. It became a staple of American currency, and most of us grew up seeing these quarters in our pockets. Now fast forward to 1994, when the Denver Mint, marked with a small d, produced over 880 million quarters. So, you're probably thinking, why would one be worth over $1 million? Great question. Not all 1994 D quarters are valuable, but one rare error variety makes all the difference. The $1.4 million 1994 D Washington quarter is a mint error coin, meaning something went wrong during production, and that mistake made it extremely rare. So what are the signs to look for? White Heavy Checkmark. Double die obverse. This is when parts of the design, like the date or the word Liberty, appear doubled. Very visible with a magnifying glass. White Heavy Checkmark. Off-center strike. The image and date are not properly centered on the coin. White Heavy Checkmark. Wrong planchet error. Sometimes, a quarter is struck on the wrong type of metal. For example, a nickel blank or even a foreign coin blank. White Heavy Checkmark. Full steps and mint condition. Quarters that were never circulated and still have full details are much more valuable. And here's the kicker, only a few of these error coins have ever been found. One of them was auctioned for $1.4 million because of its rare error and pristine condition. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one? Grab a magnifying glass. You'll want to closely examine the front, that's the obverse, and the back, reverse, of your 1994 D quarters. Check the mint mark. A look just to the right of Washington's ponytail. It should say D. Look for doubling. Check the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. If anything looks doubled, you might be in luck. Check for off-center strikes or odd metal coloring. Any visual irregularity can make your coin a treasure. Think you've struck gold? Here's what to do next. White Heavy Checkmark. Don't clean the coin. That can drop its value significantly. White Heavy Checkmark. Take it to a certified coin dealer or numismatist. Look for someone from the American Numismatic Association. White Heavy Checkmark. Get the coin graded by PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading services in the world. A high grade and verified error will multiply its value. White Heavy Checkmark. You can then take it to auction or list it through rare coin marketplaces. If you don't have a 1994 D quarter, don't worry. There are other valuable coins you could have. Moneybag 1970 S Washington quarter, struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter. Worth over $35,000. Moneybag 2004 D Wisconsin quarter with extra leaf $3,000 plus Moneybag 1983 Washington quarter with a double die reverse $1,000 plus. So always keep an eye out. That pocket change might just fund your next vacation or retirement. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures in your own home. Leave a comment below if you've got a 1994 D quarter. or any other coin you want us to look into. I love helping folks just like you turn small change into big money. And remember, sometimes fortune really is just lying at the bottom of a drawer. Today's video is all about one very special coin, the 1987D Washington quarter dollar, and why one of them is rumored to be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. If you've got old coins lying around, don't go anywhere. This could be your golden ticket. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, originally minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Now the 1987D quarter, that D stands for Denver Mint, where it was struck, was part of regular circulation. Over 600 million of these coins were made. That's a lot, right? So what makes one of them possibly worth more than a luxury home? Here's where it gets exciting. Not all quarters are created equal. The 1987D Washington quarter that's valued at $1.7 million isn't your average quarter. It's believed to have a combination of extremely rare minting errors and to be in perfect condition, called MS 67 plus or higher by grading standards. White heavy checkmark double die errors, where the image or text is slightly doubled. White heavy checkmark off-center strikes, where the coin design is not aligned. White heavy checkmark wrong planchet errors, when the coin is accidentally made on the wrong type of metal. White heavy checkmark high-grade condition, no scratches, wear, or dullness. If you have a coin with any of these characteristics, you could be looking at something very, very valuable. Now, about that $1.7 million price tag. This particular 1987D quarter was reportedly sold at a private collector's auction. While most 1987D quarters in circulated condition are worth about 25 cents to $2, those in mint state MS65 or above can fetch $30 to $500 or more depending on demand. But add in a rare error and that value can skyrocket. Coins with extreme double dies or off-metal errors have fetched tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, at auctions like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. So, is the $1.7 million coin real? The reports say yes, but keep in mind, it's likely a one-of-a-kind with multiple rare traits. If you're sitting on a pile of quarters or inherited a coin jar from a parent or grandparent, start looking. Get a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the year, mint mark, and any unusual features. Check the condition. Is it shiny? No scratches? Sharp details? Compare it to images online or on grading websites like PCGS or NGC. Consider getting it professionally graded. It's worth it if you suspect it could be rare. Ready to cash in? Here are places where you can sell your valuable coins. Local coin dealers great for getting quick evaluations. Coin shows, meet experts and collectors face-to-face. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. Facebook coin groups and forums. Be cautious, but these can connect you with real buyers. Always do your research, and if you have something that seems rare, get a second opinion before selling. So there you have it, the mystery of the 1987D Washington quarter, and how one of them could be worth millions. Chances are you won't find that exact one, but if you have something close, it could still bring in serious cash. Backhand index pointing right, do you have a 1987D quarter? Drop a comment below and let us know what you found. Thumbs up like this video if you learned something new. Bell, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on coin collecting, valuable finds, and tips to turn your change into change. Today, we're diving into a story that's been making waves, a 1986P Washington quarter dollar. Yes, just a regular-looking quarter, supposedly sold or valued at over $1.6 million. But is it real? Could your spare change be worth a small fortune? Stick with me, especially if you're someone aged 30 to 70 holding on to a box of old coins, because this one could change your life. Let's start with the basics. The 1986 Washington quarter, minted in Philadelphia, marked with a tiny P on the front, was produced in huge numbers. Over 550 million were made. So at face value, it's just 25 cents. But like in many collector circles, it's not how many were made. It's about how many survive in pristine or rare condition. And this is where things get interesting. Now let's talk about the coin everyone's whispering about, the mythical $1.6 million quarter. It isn't just any 1986p. It's likely a coin with a major minting error, or graded at the highest level of perfection, MS 67 or higher. Coin grading is done on a 1 to 70 scale. The higher the number, the closer the coin is to flawless. An MS 67 or higher 1986 P quarter is extremely rare, and collectors will pay big money for these. There's been a lot of buzz online, articles, forums, even auction listings hinting at this $1.6 million sale. But here's the truth. While some 1986 P quarters in MS 67 or MS 68 condition have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, there's no verified sale of one reaching $1.6 million, at least not publicly documented by major auction houses. But don't lose hope. There are still ways your quarter might be very valuable. Here's what to look for if you want to check your own coin. Check for the P mint mark. Look for sharp, clear details, high strike quality. Avoid scratches, dents, discoloration. Look for unusual errors, double dies, off-center strikes. If your coin looks practically brand new, it might be worth getting it graded. Grading is done by professional companies like PCGS or NGC. They'll give your coin a number, seal it, and officially verify its condition. It costs around $30 to $50 per coin, but if your quarter is in MS 67 or better, it could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands. Realistic values for the 1986 P quarter. Let's talk real numbers. Here's what these quarters have actually sold for recently. MS 65, $15 to $25. MS 66, $40 to $70. MS 67, $400 to $1. 200 error coins, e.g., double die, up to $3,000 plus. So no, not every 1986 P is a millionaire maker, but some are definitely worth digging out that old coin jar for. Here's your action plan if you think your quarter might be special. Examine the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass or phone camera. Compare with online photos of high-grade coins. Consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Check recent sales on eBay or heritage auctions. At the end of the day, that 1986 P quarter might just be pocket change, or it could be a gem hiding in plain sight. If you're over 30, you definitely want to check those old coins you've been holding on to. It costs nothing to look, and it could pay off big time. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin and collectible tips, and drop a comment below. What's the oldest coin you've ever found? Today, we're talking about a regular-looking coin that's shocked collectors everywhere. The 1983 P Washington quarter. One rare version of this coin is valued at over $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around because I'll tell you exactly what to look for on your 1983 P quarter. We're talking mint marks, conditions, and error details, and we'll go over how you can tell if yours is worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe even $1 million. Let's dive in. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, honoring our first president. But the 1983 P quarter? It's part of a strange little slice of American minting history. That year, the U.S. Mint didn't make any mint sets. Those are the collector sets with specially preserved coins. So, any 1983 quarter you find today was circulated. That means most are scratched, dinged up, or worn down. This makes finding a high-quality 1983 P quarter incredibly rare, especially with certain minting errors. That's why collectors are willing to pay big bucks for one in pristine condition with the right traits. Now, here's what makes some of these coins so valuable. Philadelphia Mint, P. These coins were struck at the Philly Mint, which didn't mark coins before 1980. But by 1983, it used a P mint mark. NO mint sets equals no preserved coins. Most 1983 P quarters were used and abused. Finding a clean, sharp strike is tough. High-grade condition, MS 67 or higher. That's coin grading speak for mint state. A flawless example graded MS 67 or above can fetch thousands. Rare error coins. Some of these quarters have double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, which drive up their value. One exceptional coin. There's a 1983 P Washington quarter that was perfectly struck, uncirculated, and featured a rare die error. It sold privately for over $1.3 million due to its one-of-a-kind status. Want to know if your 1983 P quarter is worth big money? Here's what to check. White heavy check mark, mint mark. Make sure there's a little P, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. White heavy check mark condition, no scratches. Strong details, clear rim and letters. White heavy check mark error signs. Look closely for doubling on letters or numbers, weird edges, or misalignment. White heavy check mark weight should weigh around 5.67 grams. Anything way off could indicate a minting issue. White heavy check mark grading. Consider getting it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. Grading can be a small investment, usually $30 to $70. But if your coin is a winner, it could be worth every penny. So, let's say you've got a top-tier coin. How do you sell it? Lightbulb here are your best options. Auction houses? Try Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. They specialize in rare coins. Certified coin dealers, they'll verify and offer you a price. But shop around. Online platforms, eBay or forums like CoinTalk, but only if it's been professionally graded. Local coin shows, great place to meet collectors and dealers in person. Don't rush to sell it to the first person who offers you cash. Take your time, do your homework, and make sure you get the full value your coin deserves. To recap, the 1983 P Washington quarter is a hidden gem in plain sight. Most are worth 25 cents, but the right one could change your life. So check your old coin jars, dig through those drawers, and who knows? You might be sitting on $1 million treasure. Liked this video? Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin content, and drop a comment if you've got a 1983 P quarter you want to show off. I'd love to hear about your finds. And if you're thinking of selling coins, check the description for resources and trusted grading services to help you get started. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the biggest treasures are hiding in your pocket change. We're diving into the legendary 1982 D Washington quarter. One rare version of this coin recently made headlines for being valued at $1.2 million. That's right, just 25 cents turning into a small fortune. If you're between 30 and 70 and have a box of old coins somewhere, don't go anywhere. You might be sitting on a jackpot. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. But in 1982, something unique happened. The U.S. Mint was under budget pressure, and they stopped producing uncirculated mint sets that year. This means coins made in 1982, like the 1982 D quarter, were heavily circulated and rarely preserved in pristine condition. So, why is this coin worth so much? It's all about minting errors, condition, and rarity. The $1.2 million 1982 D quarter was a mint error specimen in pristine condition, MS68 plus grade. That's almost flawless. Plus, the 1982 D quarter was struck on a rare copper planchet with wrong composition, making it even more valuable to collectors. Here's what to look for if you think you have a 1982 D quarter that could be worth big bucks. Mint mark D. Located just right of Washington's ponytail on the front. Weight: a rare error coin might weigh around 5.67 grams instead of the standard 5.67 G copper nickel clad. Condition: the highest value coins are in mint state MS condition, especially MS65 and above that no mint set toning. Because 1982 had no mint sets, any coin that looks almost new is rare by default. Think you've got something special? Here's what to do next. Weigh the coin. Use a digital scale for accuracy. Check condition under good lighting. Get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC will certify its value. Consider contacting reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Before you spend that old change at the grocery store, take a closer look. That 1982 D quarter might just be your ticket to six figures or more. Got coin jars? Old collections from parents or grandparents? Don't ignore them. If you're between 30 and 70, this is the perfect time to cash in on the hidden treasures you've held onto for years. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes history hides in plain sight. See you next time. We're diving into the 1979 D Washington quarter dollar and why one of these might be worth up to $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, grab your coffee, sit back, And let's find out if that old quarter in your drawer is your retirement plan in disguise. Today, we're talking about a very specific coin, the 1979 D. Washington quarter. Now, 1979 quarters are generally pretty common, but there's a very rare variety that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. And when I say a fortune, I mean up to $1.9 million. Let's break it all down so you know what to look for. First, a little background. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 and became a staple of American currency. In 1979, the Denver Mint produced millions of quarters, more than 489 million to be exact. So why would one be worth millions? Comes down to mint errors, die varieties, and overall condition. While most are worth just 25 cents, a select few have skyrocketed in value. Now here's where it gets interesting. Collectors are on the hunt for error coins. Coins that were mistruck, have doubling or other anomalies. Some 1979 D quarters feature errors like off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and in very rare cases, a misprinted mint mark or transitional planchet from 1978. These kinds of errors, especially in pristine condition, can fetch thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Rumors of a $1.9 million sale revolve around a coin with a combination of extreme rarity, flawless grading, like a MS-68 or higher, and a documented history. Let's keep it real. Most 1979 D quarters aren't worth millions, but some can be worth $50 to $1,500 if they have rare features. Here's a quick guide. Regular circulated 1979 D, 25 cents to $1 MS-65 condition. $10 to $25 with rare error, double die, etc. $100 to $3,000 top, graded error plus provenance. Potentially $10,000 plus that $1.9 million figure. Likely a unique case or auction situation that combined multiple rarity factors. But that doesn't mean you can't find something incredibly valuable. Check the mint mark. Look for a small D on the front near Washington's ponytail. Look for oddities, doubling on the letters, numbers, or strange edges. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop. Compare with online resources, coin grading websites like PCGS or NGC. Get it appraised. If you suspect it's valuable, don't sell it for a few bucks. Get it graded officially. If you've got a valuable one, here's where to sell. eBay great for auctions, but watch out for scams. Heritage auctions, trusted by serious collectors. Local coin dealers can be convenient, but make sure they're reputable. Facebook groups or Reddit are /coins. Good for getting free opinions first. Always get a second opinion before selling anything that looks rare. So there you have it. The 1979 D. Washington quarter, while common, can be incredibly valuable under the right conditions. Will you find the next $1 million coin? Who knows, but it's definitely worth checking your old change drawer. And hey, even if it's not $1.90 million, $500 for a quarter is still a pretty sweet deal. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1979 quarter and want help identifying it. I'd love to help out. And don't forget to share this with someone who might be sitting on a rare coin without knowing it. Have you ever dug through your old coin jar and wondered if any of those dusty quarters might be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1967 No. Washington $quarter coin, and why one of these just sold for $1.7 million. Let's rewind to 1967. The U.S. was in the middle of the Vietnam War, the Beatles were topping the charts, and coins? Well, they were going through a little crisis of their OWN.IN 1965. The U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters and switched to a copper-nickel composition due to the rising cost of silver. But here's the kicker. In 1967, the Mint was not putting any mint marks on coins to try and stop collectors from hoarding new issues during the coin shortage. So that's why, when you look at a 1967 quarter, you won't see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. Just Washington's face, and that's it. But there's a rare twist coming up next that changed everything. Now, most 1967 quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. But there's one particular version that's missing something big. It's not just the mint mark. It's missing the word $quarter entirely. You heard that right. This coin has George Washington on the front, the eagle on the back, but no denomination listed anywhere. It's literally a quarter with no quarter on it. Experts believe this happened due to a minting error, a misstrike that somehow escaped quality control. And only a few examples are known to exist. So why is this one specific coin worth $1.70 million? White heavy checkmark extreme rarity. Only a tiny number exist, and some say only one flawless example is known. White heavy checkmark historical significance, product of a unique time in mint history. White heavy checkmark error collectors love it. It's considered a holy grail error. White heavy checkmark condition is king. The $1.7 million coin was graded MS-68, which means it's nearly perfect. It's the coin version of finding an original Beatles album, still sealed in the plastic. Okay, let's say you're sitting at home now wondering, could I have one of these in my sock drawer? Magnifying glass tilted left, look for a 1967 quarter with right arrow NO mint mark, right arrow NO quarter dollar. Text on the reverse, right arrow clear, crisp detail. The better the condition, the higher the value. Some fakes exist, and many coins have worn down text, so always compare it to verified examples. If you think you've got a valuable coin, or even something close, here's what to do. Don't clean it. Cleaning ruins value. Take clear, close-up photos front and back. Contact a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Join online coin forums or Facebook groups to get opinions. Visit a reputable coin dealer or appraiser near you. Even if it's not this $1.7 million quarter, other coins from the 60s and 70s are worth hundreds or thousands if rare. Coins like this show us that hidden treasures can be right under our noses. You don't need a metal detector or a treasure map, just a good eye and a little knowledge. Speech balloon, have you ever found a rare coin? Drop a comment and share your story. I'd love to hear about it. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips and hidden gem stories, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big one. And remember, the next time you're digging through spare change, look closely. That ordinary quarter just might be worth $1 million. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in U.S. history, the 1966 No Washington quarter dollar coin. A coin so rare and mysterious, it's been valued at up to $1.6 million in the collector's market. Let's rewind the clock to 1966. The United States was in the middle of a coinage crisis. Silver prices were soaring, and the U.S. Mint was scrambling to switch over to clad coinage, coins made of copper and nickel instead of silver. But here's the twist. In 1966, the U.S. Mint didn't produce any Washington quarter dollars without a denomination, or so we thought. Normally, Washington quarters from that year clearly say quarter dollar on the back. But a mysterious version exists with no denomination printed at all. That's the coin we're talking about today. How does a coin like this even happen? Well, it's believed to be a minting error, possibly a die mix-up. It might have been struck using the reverse die from a pattern coin, or even a test strike. Because it was never meant for circulation, it's incredibly rare. Only a handful are believed to exist today, and when one surfaces, collectors go absolutely wild. In fact, one confirmed specimen recently made headlines with an estimated market value of around $1.6 million. That's more than most homes in America. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar coins sitting in your collection, or even in an old coin jar? It must say 1966 on the front, under George Washington. That's normal for 1966, so don't worry about that. Flip the coin over. A regular 1966 quarter says quarter dollar on the reverse. Backhand index pointing right, but the rare one? It has no denomination at all. These coins are often found in uncirculated or near-mint condition because they were never meant to be released. If your coin matches all of that, you need to get it looked at ASAP. Now let's talk money. How much could this coin actually be worth? Moneybag experts believe a high-grade specimen of the 1966 no-denomination quarter could command anywhere from $250,000 to $1.6 million, depending on condition, certification, and buyer demand. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and others have seen record-breaking sales for similar rare coins. Why such high value? Because serious collectors are always looking to fill gaps in their sets. And this is one of those near-mythical coins. Okay, say you found one. What do? Do not clean the coin. That can destroy its value. Use gloves or a soft cloth to handle it. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Reach out to auction houses. Don't sell it on eBay without expert advice. You could lose out on thousands or even hundreds of thousands. And even if it turns out you don't have the specific coin, it's still worth going through your collection. Tons of other quarters, dimes, and nickels from the 50s to 70s have serious collector value today. Whether you're a lifelong coin collector or just found a jar of old change in the attic, this could be the discovery of a lifetime. A simple 1966 quarter with a twist might just change your life. So if you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who might have old coins lying around. And tell me in the comments, what's the oldest or weirdest coin you've ever found? Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting!